Hey YouTubers, so what I have here is my 5-year-old key organizer. So you can see how mangled and scratched up it is, but it's held up well. You know, you could see from this angle all of the edges are, basically to the bare metal. And if I flip it around, it's even more so on this side, especially where the key hook is. So this thing has been in my pocket almost every single day. And it gets roughed up, it gets scratched up. I pull it out, many times a day to, unlock, lock, and, have my car keys with it, have other things with it. And it's held up well. You could see how, it's fairly strong. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this is initially the screws get loose. So what I've been doing is using construction adhesive, or you could use crazy glue to glue up the screw. But what ends up happening when you glue up the screw is that you're sort of stuck with the configuration you have here. So the other thing I've learned about this is you're operating lots of times with one hand. So when you're choosing a key, you can't have access to all of the keys easily. You only ever have access to the major keys that are on the edge. So this would be one of them that's on the edge, and then the other one that's on the edge. You notice that I am operating it with one hand. Now, if you had keys that were loose, you could access it with one hand pretty easily. You could shuffle back and forth. You could choose this one. You choose the big one easily, or you could flip back and forth and choose this one. Now imagine trying to do that with a key organizer. You really can't. In the ones that are loose, you sort of can do it, but it's not as nimble. Notice how I can't reach the second or third key easily. I have to be pretty dexterous with my fingers, and then flipping over to the other side. Once again, it's not as easy. So it takes a lot longer to open a door using one hand for that reason. Now, if you're using two hands and both hands are free, that's another story. Now, just going back to how long it's lasted and how scratched up it is. This is a $2 keychain, and this is how it originally looked. So, if I put it side by side, you can now see just how mangled it is. But that also shows just how durable it's been. It's just a piece of aluminum. Now I do have here a Key Smart that I am going to replace with this. So this is a little bit longer, so it'll have a lot more thinner space to it when I am holding it. But this is the Key Smart Flex. And you can see how it's just plastic. So I'm a little bit weary of switching over to this. I'll do another video, 2 years from now, a year from now, that sees if it holds up. But this is called the Key Smart Flex, which is sort of made of, I guess, just plastic versus the aluminum. But it does have a lot of other parts to it. So it does have the 6 spacers, does have the sort of the keychain hole, and then also the 2 screws. So I'll try that out and see how this goes within a year or two. And you notice that's the hook here, except this one's fixed, whereas that one, this particular thing for the Key Smart can be a spacer. But the good thing about these is if you collect enough of these, you could interchange them. So these ones I got from eBay. I'll have all of these links in the description area, so if you can support this channel by buying through those links, that will really help me out. Now this was a $2 key organizer that I got from eBay. And this is ones that were $10 that I got from Amazon. So, these were, pretty good deal. The only reason why I am actually switching it up is because, after 5 years, maybe I should use these other ones that are lying around. Now, one thing I do want to mention is do not buy this one, these big ugly ones. They just don't fit the keys. They're too wide. You see how wide this screw hole is, you know, compared to a keyhole in the key. And this side is a little bit thinner, but you know, this side's so thick it'll never fit the keys. So just keep that in mind when you're buying some of these. But that's really all I wanted to mention, and I hope this helps, and please subscribe, and thank you for watching.